We are live. Hello, lovely people in our Confident Successful Business Owners group. How are you? Welcome to Thursday morning. And I know that it is a public holiday for a lot of you, but I just couldn't help but still go ahead with our Member Spotlight interview today, because we always learn so much about our members and what they do in their business that we just had to have it happen today. So I would love to introduce you to the wonderful Margaret King. Good morning, Margaret. How are you?
Good morning, Ali, and thank you so much for having me here.
I'm very excited to learn about you, and your business. And of course, we were just having a little chat before this interview. This is the first time that we have, I call it cyber met. So exactly. And this is, I really do love getting to know all our members. Let's start the interview. So, Margaret, tell us what it is that you do and how you came to be doing that exactly.
Okay, well, I am an ENJO consultant. In other words, I am an Enjopreneur, not entrepreneur. Yes, it's a quirky company that I work with. I came to ENJO 14 years ago, or actually heading towards 15 now, simply because my background is nursing. And when I decided to have a family, all I knew and all the advertising told me was that I needed to have every chemical under the sun to blitz my house every week from bacteria.
Okay, yep.
So I'm not proud of it, but I sat my girls on Pino Clean toilets, in Jif baths, stood them in Domestos showers, cut their food up on spray and wipe, and fed them Mr. Muscle out of the oven.
Wow, yeah.
Every week.
We don't think about that, do we?
No, and to me, the biggest thing was when you clean, the smell equals clean.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
So if someone would come over, for example, and they'd smell the domestos, they'd say, oh, have you been scrubbing away in the showers? Yes, vindicated, yes. So it was the domestos in the end. I just was feeling unwell for 24 hours after cleaning the showers.
Yeah.
And I asked some friends, and they said, one of them said, I use ENJO. And I thought, what the heck is ENJO? And so I looked into it, and a consultant came to my house and he showed me how I could clean my shower with water on a glove and a drying cloth. And I just thought, you've got to be kidding me. So I gave it a go for a month, and then I added some more products. And then I thought, look, everybody's got to see this. So I invited a whole lot of friends over, and we had a demonstration, or demo as we call them. And I got stacks of free products. And I thought, a month later, this is it. Everybody's got to see it. So I joined and became a consultant.
There you go. And you were saying how, I love what you said just now about the smell equals clean. Although for me personally, I'm like you, and I tend to go towards the natural things. And I just said to you beforehand that I actually own a bunch of ENJO products and I love them. But for me, something that I'm trying to get away from is cleaning the oven. That oven cleaner spray, like it says, you have to literally hold your breath and spray it. It's awful.
And don't let it touch your skin. I did that once, and I had blisters, long blisters on my arms, and it's like
you said, we put this into the places where we prepare our food.
Yes.
And we don't think about it. And the way you presented it just then, what did you say? You were cutting food up on
spray and wipe.
On spray and wipe, yes. And we don't think about that. So tell us a little bit more about the ENJO products themselves.
All right. So we have products for each zone in your home. So we have bathroom, kitchen, living, and I call living the every room bundle, because the living is your fabric care and your dusting, and you dust every room, and you dust your shiny things, your TVs and computer screens. And then, of course, our floor products, they're our most popular products because of the ergonomically designed floor cleaner. And then, of course, we have our skincare range, So our Santé by Enjo. Santé is French for health. So we have our skincare range, which was developed with medical practitioners. And we actually have a whole range that are single use for surgery, as well as for burns victims. So they're so good at grabbing the bacteria from the skin and wounds that they're actually used in theatres. And then, of course, we have all of our outdoor products. We have our window, we have our car, boat, bike, caravans. We have our al fresco areas, so your barbecue and your flooring, be it tiles or sandstone flagging or decking. So we can cover pretty much everywhere.
So tell me, so that's pretty amazing. I didn't actually know that you had skincare products. So that when my ears pricked up and went, oh. So tell us, you're just saying, like, you know, there's the chemicals. So with ENJO, I mean, the products that I have are like, I have a duster, like a dusting glove, and I have another glove that helps you. It's a green glove, and I have to say that these products last, because I've had these for years. It's another one that helps clean all the grease off the top of your stove top.
Yep. So something that was new to us a couple of years ago is that we can now test them. So we know that after 3 years of regular use, it is time to refresh your products. So they're starting to
get a reminder for Ali.
They're starting to get all clumped fibres, and it's the tips of the fibres that does the work, not you. The harder you press on ENJO, the less it works. So you want the tips working, not pressed over like that. So it's a simple wet the fibre, wipe the surface, and dry.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, also your fibres are starting to let go, and that's something that we would rather not do with the situation of microplastics. So we actually take them back, and they're upcycled into car seat padding and insulation products. So we actually are like a circular economy. Our products are made from polyesters and polyamides, which is actually the byproducts of the petrochemical industry, which would otherwise be put into landfill. You use your products for every week for 3 years, hand them back, and they go back to Austria, and yeah, they have another life. So we save the landfill of wipes, paper towels, plastic bottles, and our products. Everything that you can think of, disposable sponges. And then, as I say, even our products don't end up in the landfill.
That's amazing. That to me says a lot about the product, about the company actually in itself.
Yep.
You know, even though I have a great respect for ENJO already, that gives me a higher level of respect for them, the fact that they do that and they recognise that. Tell me more about, like I said, my ears pricked up about this skincare. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so we have a full range of products for the face and the body. So the face fibres are gentler than the body fibres. So you can cleanse your face every day. You can remove the dirt, grease, grime, sweat, and pollutants from your skin. And then you can exfoliate 2 or 3 times a week. It just depends whether you want, you know, what your skin would rather. And then, of course, we've got the body cleanser, and that is cleansing every day. No soap, no nothing. You can actually add some what do you call it? Body wash if you want to, but it's not necessary, and I don't bother. And then again, you can exfoliate the body, you know, 2 or 3 times a week as well. Face little cleansers, we call them makeup removers, which really actually annoys the heck out of me because they cleanse the face first, dirt, grease, grime, and pollutants. And if you're wearing makeup, they also remove makeup just with water.
Wow. Okay. So this, forgive my ignorance here. So they're like gloves, different gloves that you would use for skincare.
Yep.
How cool.
So there's a little face glove, and then there's a bigger body glove, and then the little makeup removers. I should have actually got some things out to show you, shouldn't I?
That's okay. Yes. Well, actually, that brings me to a question. So we were having a little conversation before this. We kind of got cut off due to wonderful technology.
Yeah.
But you were saying how, you used to, before COVID hit, you were doing in-person demonstrations. Now, how are you able to do virtual demonstrations? Like you said, you can come and show people on Zoom how to do things, how to use the ENJO products.
Yep. So what we do is digital demos are done in a private Facebook group or a private WhatsApp group. And I have all the videos. I've videoed every room, every chore you could think of. So throughout a couple of days, I let people have some information plus one of my videos in the bathroom. Then, the next day it'll be the kitchen and my videos and information. And then at the end, we do connect via Zoom. So you can actually do a digital demo anywhere around Australia and connect your family and friends. Actually, I just did one recently, which was particularly successful. The host was in Sydney, and most of her family were in Adelaide and Melbourne. Yeah, so it was great. It was 3 states, and we were all chatting away, and I was, doing some little demos while I was actually talking to them. And it was fantastic. And the host got, I think it was about $500 worth of free products.
Oh my goodness.
She was getting married 5 days after the demo. I thought, you're keen. And then also moving to South Australia. And so she had all of her products delivered to South Australia, waiting for her when she came back from her honeymoon.
And this is what I love, that, we think we all do complain about COVID, and let's be honest, it has been pain. But things like that, for companies such as yours, such as ENJO, it really has opened, in a sense, it's opened everything up, because not only can you go to an in-person demo now, hopefully more now, but you can have these digital parties, these digital demonstrations. And
correct.
It's open, like you just said. You have people from three different states, which is incredible.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
You have a lot of them, do you?
Yeah, and it was this one was a lot of fun, because it was like, what's the weather over there, and what's the weather down there? And
we were just talking about that, weren't we? I was making you jealous.
Yes, you were.
You've got lovely weather. You've got really windy weather, and I've got sunshine. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
But yeah, these and I have to say, these ENJO products, the ones that I have, and you have just reminded me that I am due for an update.
Okay, good.
But yes, they really, really do work very well. I have the fact that I have had mine for so long, and they still do work. But yes, I agree with the fact that you say you don't have to press, and I remember that. That's something I remember, that you don't press down, press hard. It's just simply
wipe.
And my favourite thing is a duster.
Yeah, for me, it's the bathroom, because as I said, I'd be scrubbing away with Domestos in the showers, Jif in the bath and the basins, and rinsing off. And that's another thing, Ali. You can actually use one spray bottle, so that's 500 mils, to clean your entire home.
Yeah.
So you're saving so much water. But for me, it was the bathroom products that just eliminated the most amount of chemicals and the most toxic chemicals that I was using.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you're cleaning and you're coughing, like I, when I've used chemicals, you do, like I mentioned the oven cleaner before, you cough, you can just feel it going down your throat. It can't, how can that be healthy?
That's right. Yeah. And it's not. And, all of these chemicals, there are over 80,000 chemicals on the market, and very, very few of them, something like about 400, have been regulated, because they don't have to. They put all the disclaimers on the label on the bottle. And if you don't wear gloves and protective goggles and masks, and, they're effectively testing on us, which is a shocking thing to think that they're testing on us.
Yeah, and it does. And something I will also say, from someone who has, and I'd love to hear your opinion on this too, as someone who has suffered from, my mental wellness has suffered. those chemicals I have found affected that as well.
Absolutely.
And so it really did. And so now what I noticed was when I stopped using them so much, my body, and we all know body, mind and spirit all work together. So when you stop putting those things in your body, it definitely helps with your mental wellness. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, one of the worst things about Domestos was even if I used a mask, I would end up tasting it through the next 3 meals. It was
Yeah.
at the back of my throat. And we
Oh,
know that
I was tasting it when you're talking.
we know that these chemicals are hormone disruptors. We know that they're causing lung diseases, yet they're still on the market. And I trusted Coles and Woolies that what was on the shelves was safe. How stupid was I?
And as you say, these products last for 3 years. So you're saving a lot of money.
Absolutely. Yep. You're
A lot of
saving
money.
so much money, so much time, and you can't put a price on your time. Of course, you're saving your health. And the big thing for me now is my shift, or my why has changed from when I started to now. My why is about the planet and my grandchildren have been conceived and are living in an ENJO home. They actually have their own little ENJO that they can help clean their sticky little fingerprints off the cupboards in the kitchen and the bath ring while they're in the bath, and do some dusting and even wash the car with daddy. So yeah, I think that's probably my shift. Was, first of all, I thought, this is amazing. What it's doing for me is saving so much time, saving so much money, and everybody needs to see it. To now my focus is more on what can we do for the planet.
Yes. And that is a lot out there at the moment, isn't it?
And to leave it in a better place it won't be for my grandchildren, maybe not even their children, but future generations, because as we always say, it's very cliche, but there is no planet B.
Well, it is cliche, but it is a fact.
Correct.
It really is a fact.
Yep.
You talk about living on Mars as much as you want, but still, there's only one Earth.
Exactly. I don't think it's actually going to happen, Mars.
No, I don't know. I don't really follow it. Oh, that was a bit of a funny side note, wasn't it? Anyway, Margaret, it's been a fascinating conversation here, and I really respect what ENJO does. Like you said, really looking after the planet, looking after ourselves. Now, if people would like to book a demonstration with you, be it either in person or virtual, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, do you want my phone number? I can give you my phone number straight up, or put it in the chat.
Put your phone number in the chat. Yep, if
Yep.
that's okay. Yep, sure. We'll do that afterwards.
Yes.
And I think also you gave us a link to your link tree, so we'll pop that comment. We'll pop that in the comments as well. So if you would like to get in contact with Margaret, she clearly knows her stuff about ENJO.
Yes. I'm a details person. I have to know. Oh, 2 more things. We are zero waste, and won awards for that, and we are carbon positive now.
What does that mean?
Okay, so in Australia, we have solar panels on the roof. In Austria, we have solar panels and wind. The cars in Austria are battery run. We choose shipping over actual shipping over delivering our products by air, and any offsets we do, any carbon whatever points, whatever we do have, carbon emissions that we do have, we have offset them with tree planting programs in Nicaragua. And we also did it in Western Australia a couple of years ago. So we're actually carbon positive, which is a huge thing.
That is huge. A very, very environmentally friendly organisation all around.
That's right.
Which, like you say, we are doing this for our grandchildren and further generations, which is incredible. And there's a lot of talk around there, out there about all that stuff at the moment. So really love and respect what you do, Margaret.
Thank you.
And if you would like to get in contact with Margaret, again, The link is going up in the comments shortly, and Margaret will pop her phone number in the comments as well after this. I would highly recommend that you get in contact with her to find out more about ENJO.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you, Margaret. It's been really wonderful chatting to you this morning.
My absolute pleasure, Ali, and I'm just really chuffed that you wanted to speak to little old me, which is lovely, and lovely to meet you.
Yes, always lovely to start meeting you, fellow entrepreneur or Enjopreneur.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it. All right, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your public holiday today, everyone, and we will see you again for another interview next Thursday. Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.